A highly corrosive acid rain suddenly swept across the city. Anyone who got caught in the rain would quickly suffer severe burns and skin damage. Even solid bridges couldn't withstand the corrosive acid rain. People were fleeing everywhere. During the chaos, a woman was accidentally pushed into the water. Her hair was instantly burned away, leaving her bald. The excruciating pain forced her to desperately swim toward the shore. But under such intense corrosion, she soon passed out and sank to the bottom of the river. Her daughter tried to rush in and save her, but she was too far away to do anything. All she could do was scream for her mom while helplessly watching her mother get swept away as her body dissolved. At first, the authorities kept issuing warnings on the news, but most people thought the disaster was still far away from them. Until one day, Charlie, who was working at a factory, noticed that the rain had eaten huge holes through the factory roof. Realizing something was seriously wrong, he immediately called his wife Mary and told her to come pick him up right away. Then they would go to the riding stable to pick up their daughter Mila, who was training there. But when they got close, the road ahead had already been blocked off by the police. A massive acid rain cloud was rapidly closing in from the distance. Charlie didn't have time to think twice. He drove straight across the fields toward the stable. Meanwhile, Mila was still riding horses through the woods with her friends, completely unaware that danger was closing in. That was until the horses suddenly became extremely agitated. That's when she realized something was wrong. Soon, a light rain began to fall. As the rain hit the ground, white smoke immediately started rising. A sharp, acidic smell filled the air. Terrified, Mila ran for the stable as fast as she could. She ran straight into her father, who had just arrived. The two had barely made it inside when rainwater started leaking through the roof. It was clear the stable wouldn't hold for long. Just then, Mary finally arrived. Charlie quickly covered his daughter with a tarp. Then the three of them jumped into the car and took off. But the roads outside were already completely jammed. Countless people who hadn't found shelter in time had already been badly burned by the acid rain. Just as Mary opened the door to check what was happening, a man covered in severe burns suddenly rushed into the car. Charlie quickly pushed him back out. Then he told Mary to back up and look for another way out. Eventually, they rammed through the vehicles blocking the road and managed to escape. But the roof of their car was already showing obvious signs of corrosion. They had to find somewhere to shelter from the rain for a while and quickly wipe the rainwater off the car. Otherwise, the metal roof would soon be completely eaten away. Once everything was taken care of, Charlie and his family hit the road again. But it wasn't long before the car completely broke down. Luckily, the acid rain had stopped for the time being. The family of three had no choice but to abandon the car and continue on foot. They went to a nearby house looking for help, but no one answered. It looked like the owners had already left. Charlie had been thirsty all day and wanted to get some tap water to drink, but he was worried the water might be contaminated, so he caught a stray cat to test it. His daughter couldn't bear to watch and released the cat while her father wasn't looking. But by midnight, the cat was dead. That meant the water supply here had been completely contaminated. The next morning, Charlie and his family continued on their way. Along the way, they saw people fleeing everywhere. Almost every vehicle had broken down. Everyone had to continue on foot. When they reached the bridge on the edge of town, they found it packed with refugees. The bridge had already been severely weakened by the acid rain and could collapse at any moment. To keep the bridge from collapsing completely, the police had to control the crowd and let people cross in small groups. But the desperate crowd didn't care about any of that. In the chaos, Mary was pushed onto the bridge by the crowd. She tried to turn back and grab her daughter, but the police forced her to keep moving forward. With no other choice, she had to cross the bridge first. But just